everyone, if you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Tika Martika, the Cosmic Witch here. So I wanted to do this video to talk about the full moon in Pisces happening Friday the 13th or very early September 14th, depending on where you are. So I'm going to be talking about the aspects. I do have the chart here in front of me, so a heads up, I will be looking a little bit more this way as I'm discussing with you guys all the aspects, because of course I want to make sure that I am not missing anything. And yeah, I'm going to be delivering a message at the end of the video, of course, as well, to make sure that the collective, the Coven, can feel a little bit more grounded when this moon and cosmic event occurs. So we're gonna get started with that. Okay, the full moon. Yes, it is going to be a full moon in Pisces at 5 degrees and 9 minutes. And so depending on where you live, keep this in mind, depending on where you live, it's not going to be the same time as everybody else that you know, that you connect with online or whoever, okay? So if you live in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, like I do, then the moon will be occurring at 12:33 a.m. at its absolute peak fullness in Pisces, okay, which is technically the 14th of September. However, if you're on Central Standard Time, then it'll be, you know, at 9:33 p.m. on the Friday. So it really depends on where you're going. So that being said, if you are looking to do any sort of work that day, any sort of manifesting you want to do, any sort of magic you want to work, definitely do your work on the Friday or even the Saturday. It's fine too. You know, it's all about your intention, of course. But if you were to ask me personally what I will be doing my magic, it'll definitely be happening the Friday on the 13th. Now, although this moon is a full moon in Pisces, I'm feeling, before even looking at the charts, I skimmed it very quickly, but even just like downloads that I was receiving, it has to do a lot with death and rebirth. And now that I'm looking at the charts, there's a lot of trines with Pluto, and that is just kind of confirming what I was feeling and sensing and receiving from spirit from before. And so the reason why I say this is because the number 13, if you study the tarot, if you read the tarot cards, you know that number 13 is the death card. And so there is a reason for that. I'm not a numerologist. I don't really know a whole lot about numerology, so I can't really talk to you about the specifics about the number 1 and 3 and how they equal death. But based off of the tarot, it is a death card, and I know that many sources that I've read have said the same thing, and not just regarding just tarot, but in general too. The number 13 is related to death and rebirth. Fun fact, I'm born on the 13th of October, so maybe that's why I am in this business. I don't know. Maybe that's why I am who I am. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so the number 13 is really related with death and rebirth. And because the moon is happening on Venus's day, I don't know what's happening. On Venus's day, Vendredi, Friday, so there's definitely going to be this interesting mix of, you know, calling in our, you know, our highest excitement and, you know, following it to the absolute end and not really caring about how ridiculous it might sound or seem to even us or to our friends, our family, whoever, still calling it out and taking that chance anyway. And we're being gifted with that right now with the full moon in Pisces. Now, with the whole death and rebirth, you know, situation, that's not a bad thing, okay? That's not a bad thing at all. It's actually a really great thing. You should really be embracing, you know, the cycle of death, because it means that something really great and brand new is coming towards you, and that's awesome, right? And remember, law of attraction. If you think it's gonna be something bad, then it will be something bad, right? Okay, so with the aspects, I'm gonna go into those right away right now, because I'm kind of losing my track of thought here about this whole death and rebirth thing. But anyway, I'll go back to that. So there is going to be an opposition of Mercury to the moon, because the moon will be in Pisces and conjunct to Neptune. So there's going to be this awkward balance of necessarily to think about how we create, how we manifest our own reality. And what does that really look like for you? What does that really mean to you to manifest your own reality? And how do you really do that? Okay, do you put too much harshness on yourself in regards to not believing the impossible? Do you really think that your dreams are too high to reach? Because if that's the truth, then why would you even have them in the first place? If you have the power to dream them and think them through, you have the power to make it come to life as well. Now, we're also going to be seeing some couple of tough aspects with Jupiter in regards to square to Mars and the moon, which is okay because Jupiter has been a little bit in these conflict squares for a while, for the last like 2 weeks, but it's a lot less now. So we can see that there's finally this movement that's coming forward, that we're finally being released of the tough binds that we've been in, and the karmic patterns will eventually finally be releasing themselves and going away for a little bit, at least. And so that's really great as well, but we need to be ready for that as well. So if you're looking to do any work, again, any magic work, I would suggest that you're not doing something to, don't do any magic that's looking for actual movement. Don't do any magic that's looking for a quick turnaround right now, because obviously nothing happens overnight, but also this is not the event for that. It's the event for manifestation in regards to really working with your third eye and really working with spirit and the downloads that you're receiving, and really writing those things down and manifesting them to be your reality. So this is a moon for really just going really deep internally and really think about, what does your subconscious want? What does your higher self want? How do those align? And how do they feel? How do they look to you? You know, and even if it looks ridiculous to you, it's not really that ridiculous. It's not. Okay? Stop being so humble. Spirit, the universe wants to give you more. So remember, just understand that too. So yeah, so that being said, you can use your mind to the best of your ability. Okay? With the moon in Pisces, the sky is the absolute limit. Our illusions and fantasies are really played up, and that's great for manifesting, because the more physically real it feels to you, even though it's all in your mind, the better you can write it down in terms of being descriptive, and the better it'll come to fruition in that form. You see what I'm saying here? Okay, so yes, there's a couple little squares with Jupiter, but there's too many other trines and other great aspects for you to be worried about that. Now that being said, because there are squares to Jupiter, make sure that you're not going a little too overboard with the illusions. Like, still make it realistic. If you're going to be manifesting, I'm going to turn purple within 10 days. Okay, well, that's not probably going to happen unless you go into some contest or you go and dye yourself purple yourself. It's not going to just happen, right? So make it realistic. Okay, so there's also some trines I want to talk about. So Pluto is going to be trine to the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, which is really awesome because Pluto, again, it's all about the death and rebirth destruction process. Pluto is naturally ruled by Scorpio, and so having that Scorpio energy to come and break down what doesn't belong and break down what's, you know, basic and low vibrating, and us working our magic with Neptune and the Pisces energy is going to be amazing. And so the reason why I want to bring this up again is because Neptune will be conjunct to the moon, and so although it's not, you know, there's no trine there, their energy is being combined. So again, Neptune is in Pisces and is in retrograde. The moon will be in Pisces, not in retrograde because the moon, but the moon is in Pisces as well. So this double whammy of Pisces energy of like really deep spiritual, really deep feeling, really connecting to our inside and to our spirit is really going to be present there. And so we really are being given this opportunity to really manifest our dreams, basically. You know, this is your Cinderella fairy godmother moment. You know, what can you bippity boppity boo? What can you manifest? What is the craziest dream? What is the craziest reality you have of yourself? And write that down. Even as crazy as it seems, just still write it down and, you know, work your magic and make that work. Okay? So what else do I want to talk about? I'm seeing that Neptune is going to be opposition to Mars. So again, This is telling us that this is not the time to be looking for forward movement. This is more about the time to sit in deep meditation, contemplate on your reality, and write down the reality that you actually want to have. The opposition is saying that movement is going to be difficult and there's not really a whole lot of balance there. And so instead of trying to push forward more, we should really be pulling back. Okay, so with Mars being opposition to Neptune, again, like, not the time to be moving forward, not the time to be manifesting work that is, you know, go, 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 but is actually going to, you know, take time to develop and create itself. And that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be something that needs to be given to you right now. And it's not going to be given to you right now anyway. So be patient. And that's really what this moon is about, honestly. This is coming down to me right now. We need to be really patient. This moon is going to get people so excited. I know for myself personally, I am super excited. I just bought this sign here from Michael's on the last weekend, and just seeing all the Halloween stuff and it being so dedicated to witches, of course, and the theme of just witchcraft and seeing all this stuff, it made me so excited for Halloween, of course, which makes me think about spookiness and fall and all that kind of great stuff. And I'm saying that to say that this moon brings on that same spooky, you know, like, excitement to people. You know, people get so excited for Halloween because it's a time where people can kind of let loose and they let their wild side out. And Friday the 13th does the exact same thing, and the full moon does the exact same thing. And so because the two are going to be on the same day, crazy. So so people are going to be very excited, and so I totally get it. I totally get it, guys. I too am so excited for this moon. I am so excited for, you know, the aspects to be here, because it's going to bring in so much positive energy and movement moving forward. And although the moon is supposed to bring in this, like, full illumination of what we actually want, it's not going to reveal all your seeds being planted from before being blossomed right now. It's going to allow your third eye to really be open and activated for you to really see what it is that you really want, what your heart's true desire is, and call that in, because the image is so strong in your mind. And the best way to do that, guys, is to really do some exercises to strengthen your third eye, which is why I uploaded a video about strengthening your intuition, your third eye. Now, the moon will be in Pisces before Friday as well. It'll be slowly going into Pisces as of tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'll tweet about it later. But it will be going to Pisces a little bit sooner. So even though the moon is not in Pisces right now, like I said in my other video, you can still work on your intuition. You can still activate your third eye. And honestly, I really think that doing those little practices that I mentioned now, it's just going to be a great build-up for Friday. And so that's great, because then you'll really have a really clear image. It won't be kind of foggy. It won't be the first time you're seeing it, and so you know that it's right and it's meant for you. Okay? So I'm trying to think of what else I want to say about the aspects, but I don't really think I have anything else to say about the aspects, honestly. Oh, no, I lied. I do. So Neptune is also trine to the North Node, which is all about our collective destiny and our absolute future, and our destiny as in our path, our actual life path, okay? And so there's going to be a trine with that to Neptune, and Neptune is also trine to the ascending line, which is going to be in Cancer at the time of the full moon. Yes, the houses change every 2 hours, but at the exact time of the peak of this full moon, that's what I'm talking about right now, it's going to be trine to the ascendant of Cancer, which is even more water, so lots of intuitiveness. Cancer is all about giving, 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 and it's also the start of the summer equinox, summer solstice. So what is summer? Summer is the sun. It's gratitude, it's beautiful, it's bright, it's light, it's freedom, it's doing your own thing, it's calling in the shots, it's talking from your heart. Cancer is all about talking from your heart. Cancer is directly connected to the moon. The moon will be in Pisces, and these are all going to be, you know, all this energy is being combined together and working together for your destiny. So how you choose to work your magic on Friday with these cosmic shifts, aspects, is totally up to you. But again, I will link my other video below in regards to working your intuition. But yeah, so that's the aspects piece. I'm gonna start shuffling the cards now because I want to really deliver you guys a nice message, and this video is already 15 minutes long and I haven't even started shuffling yet. So I'm gonna start shuffling. For those of you that are watching this, I hope that this message delivers you in the most purest, highest light, and that it is received well, and that it allows you to feel more grounded and clear about where you are going in the right direction, or if you feel like you need to make some changes and how you need to do that, okay? Yeah. So what you guys are seeing behind me right here is my apothecary. So yes, it is one shelf right now. There's other stuff around the apothecary that's not on the shelf. The rest of it's kind of scattered because I'm waiting for my big order of my giant shelving unit to come through. But yeah, that's the Black Cat Apothecary. I cannot speak today. My black cat is actually not here though because he was getting too excited with the lights on the shelf, so I had to kick him out of the room because he was going to knock it over. And for those of you who have cats or even Maine Coon cats, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because these heifers will literally do what they want as they see fit. Okay? All right. So yeah, this full moon's gonna be awesome though, guys. Honestly, if you have like friends who practice, you know, I would say go with your friends, go out in the forest and go do something wild. It's time to rise, my sisters and brothers who practice the craft. It is time for us to rise, okay? So get your friends together, get your head covered when you're doing this stuff though, because it's going to be a lot of heightened energy. And because there's so many trines to Pluto, and there's Neptune as well involved, which has to do with the subconscious, I'm also receiving right now that there's going to be a lot of heightened activity in regards to, you know, the two realms being so thin, almost like as if it's like the winter solstice where it's the same thing. That's what this energy is going to be like. And no, not because it's Friday the 13th, but because of the actual aspects that I'm seeing right now. That is what I am picking up on. So be ready for that. And I know that for myself personally, I have seen a major heightened amount of major heightened amount of activity. So yeah. Also, this is your first card. Be bold and make the first move. Now, the moon will not be in the cardinal sign at the time, but it's saying to be bold and make the first move, okay? And it's funny because I just talked about Cancer in the north, on the ascendant line being trine to Neptune, and Cancer is a cardinal sign. And so to me, this tells me that, you know, this moon is going to give you the chance and the courage to speak up and call in what it is that you want, okay? And so that's really what this is about. It's about speaking up and calling what you want. And in regards to being bold and making the first move, again, that does not mean that you need to be physically trying to push things forward, okay? Really think it through. Think about your intuition. Use your intuition to guide you, and ask yourself if that is really what you want, and if that's really the image you see it as, and if it's not, how can you speak that into existence? Okay? Oh, I can't shuffle today. Okay. So, from the Rider-Waite Tarot, no jumpers this time, but we do have the Six of Pentacles. Oh boy. And the Tower reversed. So right here, this is kind of weird. So yeah, I'm seeing that, yes, we need to kind of give back, but not even necessarily really giving back. I'm seeing that we need to give more of our time to ourselves, okay? Give more time to the situation. It's going to take time. Spirit is saying it's going to take time. You need to be patient. It's going to take some time for this to really develop. And so really continue to practice your gratitude because it's going to take you far. Now, with the Tower being reversed, I'm seeing that, again, this is not the time for sudden changes, and there really won't be any sudden changes. It's actually going to be a very slow change, actually. And that's okay too. But because you're manifesting your absolute craziest, most brightest, most beautiful vision of your reality, it's going to take time to develop. If it's really that crazy and it's really you really calling the shots and making your shot and, you know, shooting the shot, then it's going to take time. And that was what I was talking about before. And this really confirms with me the aspect of Neptune oppositioning Mars, because again, it's not time for movement. It's time for us to be still and really go within and listen to our intuition. Okay? I was called to continue to pull more cards from the Rider-Waite, so I'm going to do that. Okay. So I just pulled, wow, the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. So all these are both like, you know, major arcana cards. And, well, actually, no, that's not true. Only the Emperor is. But to me, these are still very connected, because the number 4 is very much so about being grounded. It's very much so about being totally balanced and really trusting that you know what you're doing. The Emperor is not shook. The Emperor is not concerned at all. He's not worried. Like, look at his stance. He's very firm. He knows what he wants. And the Queen of Pentacles, like, even her, she knows that her intuition lies within nature, and she trusts that. She can see the work being done. Slowly she holds the seed in her hand, and she's just like, yeah, but look at all this beautiful abundance. So yes, it's going to take time for you to, you know, manifest what it is that you want. Yes, it's going to take some time. No, it's not the time for movement. However, if you continue to stay grounded, you will see this beautiful abundance continue to grow, and really trusting your intuition, Pisces energy again, you will see the abundance continue to grow forward for you. Okay, so that's the message from the Rider-Waite deck. So now I'm going to ask my Egyptian Tarot deck, you know, what exactly is the Coven looking to manifest? What is this thing that we really shouldn't be pushing forward as movement? What is it? Because it's pretty vague, right? We need to go do just a little bit deeper. Pisces energy is all about going a little bit deeper, or a whole lot deeper. So, oh, one thing I wanted to mention, guys, this is pretty like astrology 101. You really want to ensure that you're checking your chart to see where Pisces energy lies in your chart and where Neptune lies in your chart. You might not have Pisces in your chart at all, but everybody has Neptune. So check where Neptune lies in your chart. Check to see where, if any Pisces energy lies in your chart, to see what's going to be activated for you right now at the time of this new moon, or sorry, full moon in Pisces. And I just dropped a card. It's not a jumper, but if I pulled again, if it jumps at me, I'm going to read it to you guys, because I'll know that it's, you know, true. Okay, so I'm pulling 4 cards, because my cards are like, nah, pull me, no, pull me, no, pull me. Okay, so the first one I pulled is the Ace of Wands. And the second one I pulled, wow, is the 3 of Wands. And then I pulled the 6 of Cups and the High Priestess. Okay, so that's a lot. So going back with that just for a moment here, the Ace of Wands here, so this little bird, I don't know what this bird is called, but if you know what it is, let me know. But the Ace of Wands is really about us using our, not really our intellect, it's definitely more of a fire and more about movement. But for me, it's more about really holding the vision, okay? I'm receiving that you need to hold the vision. So with the High Priestess energy, you know, she keeps her vision secretive. So again, moving in silence, not speaking out all the things that you're speaking out into the universe to spirit, keeping that within you. Keep your throat chakra in check. You do not need to speak out everything that you are manifesting right now to everybody, okay? There are still those little aspects with the square to Jupiter. So be wary of that. You don't need to call out all the shots that are happening. So keep it within, hold your vision, really hold your vision. What is your vision? Is it realistic? And, you know, that movement that you're going to be seeing, if you hold it and you follow it, that's what I'm really hearing right now. You need to follow your vision, okay? Don't start your vision. Don't start going the way that you said you were going to, and then fall back because you're scared or you're worried or the what ifs or the whatevers, okay? Listen, Pluto, Pluto is in retrograde, and so is Saturn. Saturn's going to go direct as of the 18th, and so Saturn, which is in Capricorn, is going to, you know, bring us some blessings. And so yeah, the 18th is not for a while, but again, we are still in this 999 portal vortex thing where it's 9 days of this karmic behavior, weird stuff. So the fact that Saturn is going direct after this karmic behavior portal closes is just proof right there that things are going to change, and there's going to be, you know, almost like a gate opening and flooding open some opportunities I'm feeling. So really hold your vision and trust that it's going to come through, okay? And with the Six of Cups too, like same thing. Trust that it's going to come through. You know, hold your vision. It's okay if it's not, if it doesn't, you know, totally work out in your favor right away. Again, it's going to take time. We've been told this already. Whew, okay. I'm gonna keep pulling some cards because I don't think we're done here. Now, so if you're working on a vision, so I just pulled the full moon in Taurus, which is telling us we need a practical plan. Wow, and the card that I've knocked over, I just shuffled and pulled this card just now. So we have the full moon in Taurus and the full moon in Leo to tell us, don't let your pride get in the way and have a realistic plan. So that being said, just because things are going really well doesn't mean something is not going to be testing you. Does not mean that this universe is going to be testing you and something can't be thrown at your way. So again, make sure you have a realistic plan. Make sure that your plan is practical. Yes, we are going to be manifesting our, you know, highest dreams and our highest excitement in the best way possible. But again, make sure it's practical, which is why, again, I highly recommend you guys check out the other video in regards to how to strengthen your intuition, because this way you're clearing out any blockages or any illusions you might be having right now, so that when your vision comes through clearly for Friday the 13th, it's going to be there in its truest form, in its rawest, most purest form, and it's going to grow organically without any, what do you call it? Without any weeds. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. So, okay, so the 8 of Swords. So yeah, I pulled a lot of swords recently too for myself. So, and this is really speaking to the energy of, I don't know if I can do this. And I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of questioning if you can do this. And the answer is yes, you can. You just have to trust yourself, okay? So you're going to be tested. As I just said that, you are going to be tested, yes. You're going to be, you know, pushed out of your comfort zone, because this is really the ultimate, like, this is it. There's no turning back. There is no plan B. There's no option. This cannot fail at this point. Now, that being said, you might also be feeling like you're kind of trapped and like blinded in that way, but it's because you're distracted by your anxiety and your worriedness. And so the 7 of Wands is saying that you need to take back control of the situation, take back your independency, take back, you know, be courageous and stand up for yourself and stand up for your dreams, stand up for what you believe in, because nobody else is going to do that for you. And the more you sit there and think to yourself, oh, well, oh, I don't know, what if this, or what if that, and you're kind of sort of pacing back and forth, but you're not really moving forward, Spirit's watching that and listening to that too. And so you will be received, you will not be given anything with that type of mentality. So again, this idea of being trapped, and because I pulled a bunch of wands before, I'm actually thinking that it's more about a mental trap. And so again, we need to break this mental curse of thinking that we don't have the capability to believe it. You know, as soon as you put that dream out there, and as soon as you do that and you go and you turn around and you start to doubt yourself, you are going to backfire your biggest excitement, which is going to shadow everything you've worked hard for. And the fact that you've come this far is saying that you are meant to be, you know, doing this. So trust that too. Okay? All right. Okay. My throat chakra said to stop talking for a moment so I could receive more. And I am receiving more. It's kind of weird. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is here. The stars are here to tell us to have hope and faith, and the Ten of Cups, which is reversed, is also here. So this full moon is going to bring in a lot of clarity and a lot of us pushing forward to really manifest our dreams, right? Yes, we already talked about that. However, because we are really focusing so hard on manifesting the absolute best version of our dream, because Virgo season is still here, we are really not stressed out, but we are very overwhelmed because it's hard. It can be really hard to do that. It's a lot of pressure on yourself. You're just like, holy crap, like I have to really think about this. Like, what do I really want? Do I even know what I really want? So it's going to be really hard, yes. But there is going to be also a necessity to do some work to unclog the overwhelmingness, because we are very overwhelmed, and it's because you're going to be working really, you're working your soul, your spirit, your third eye a lot, and when you're having to follow your intuition, and that can be really hard for people to do, then it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really overwhelming for you. And so I'm going to shuffle some more cards from the Oracle to kind of ask Spirit, you know, okay, so we're going to be having this stuff happening. What is the best approach to that to ensure that we are not raining our own parade and not creating our own storm clouds over our own seeds? Now the stars, of course, is telling us to have faith, and the sword is the Ace of Swords, so very minor action. So really, I would say with that, the Coven, the collective, needs to... 2 jumpers this time. Oh, I lied. 3. Okay, so what do you need to release? So there you go. So what do you need to release? Trust that it's going to work out in your favor, because luck is really on your side with all these beautiful shrines and all these beautiful aspects happening, and the answers that you're looking for are coming. And this is the full moon in Gemini. Gemini is already ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules our mindset, our communication, both spoken and thought of, and how we create that and manifesting, ultimate manifesting. So yeah, as I was just saying, like, yes, there's going to be some minor movement happening, but you need to really release something. So release your anxiety. And so although this moon, this is the last thing I'm going to say to close off this video, although this moon is going to be, you know, really great for manifesting your dream reality. Oh my gosh, another jumper. Okay, this is the last one. Time to release negative energy, okay? Release the negativity. So releasing your anxiety, releasing your insecurities, releasing your fears. Yeah, because this, oh, and that card, oh shoot, did I put it away? Damn it, I put it away. That card that I just pulled, the full moon in Scorpio, again, is ruled by Pluto. And those are a bunch of trines to Pluto for this cosmic event. So that being said, guys, yeah, you need to release the anxiety and the insecurities that you are not good enough, and release the idea that what you just manifested is too ridiculous and it's not going to come true, because it will hurt you in the long run. This cosmic event is going to be amazing, and yes, it is during the 999 portal, and like I said, on the 18th, trust me, we are all going to see some different movement happening, and that'll just be less than a week after this full moon, okay? So this full moon, again, is really about clarifying what it is that you want. What do you feel in your heart? What does your heart tell you you want? What does your intuition tell you you want? How do you feel when you read your list out loud about your manifestations? How does your body feel? How do you flinch? How do your eyes blink? These are all signs, okay? What numbers are you seeing? What patterns are you recognizing? What words are being restated to you? What animals are constantly coming to you? What feeling do you get when these things are happening to you? All of these synchronicities are going to be heightened a lot at this time as well, because Pisces energy and it's a full moon. And again, I really believe that the realms are going to be, you know, very close. So, you know, burn some sage, do your little thing if you feel like you need to. Maybe do something for your ancestors as well, and you should already be doing that, but this is a great time to do that as well. And, you know, ask them to help you release that trauma too, because a part of this, you know, Age of Aquarius thing that we're going through is the fact that we are here to release this trauma and start things new and mess things up, and destruction and rebirth of a beautiful new era. Okay, so that's what the card said, and the chart is telling me. We are here for Friday the 13th full moon. We are here to do manifesting work with our third eye. Again, I will put the link below in the description box for you guys about the divination ritual and open your third eye exercises that I do. I will be also creating a full moon oil for this full moon, because it is going to be so potent and amazing. So if you are interested in purchasing some full moon oils so that you can use it in your baths in the future, or on your body, or for your third eye for daily uses like I do, then definitely look at my Instagram page, because I will be announcing when those are ready and announcing when the orders are ready to go as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say. This video is super long. I'm so sorry, but I'm also not, because I wanted to come from the heart and I want it to be as real and as honest as possible. And so I apologize if it's a little all over the place, but you know what you signed up for. Right? So, okay guys, I hope that you have a great full moon. I hope that this message was delivered to you. If you have any questions, if you want to know how to look at your own chart in regards to Neptune, where it falls, or Pisces, what houses it is, what it means, how the other aspects work with your chart, and what it means for you for this event, you know where to find me. You can book a reading with me. We can do that with you. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. And thank you so much again for tuning in. Major gratitude to you guys in the Cosmic Coven. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for, you know, commenting and liking and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon.